few months and even before the year.
Yeah.
But obviously have been scrimming it. Let's do what we got as we hop into game now.
Hello, believer man. Okay, G2 on defense, EG on attack, and the pistol is a contact walk over towards B with a bit of pressure over towards A.
Leaning towards that A side, ready for baby door explosion. If they get knowledge of rubble, but it's going to be a quick B entry.
Oh man, imagine that nade got off. Lovely kill on this one.
So now this pressures EG to work towards this A side. Is
it meant to be a pinch over towards here? Was that the plan?
And really, G2 is currently shutting down any push coming out from the evil geniuses, leaving out Superman alone.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a great start from EG. That one got fully shut down. Shout out to the, I mean, they had the perfect setup in terms of multiple people over towards B.
Going to be ready for A, but still having two towards that breakable door. They turn around, they absolutely decimate who's trying to come into B once that.
You've seen enough calling it.
Side. See that getting placed again, and there's the wall. They actually didn't get tagged by it too much, just APOT there. But that timing, the timing is what it was all about for G2 to be able to collapse on what EG wanted to do.
Right, in terms of their buy for this one, 4 Bulldogs, 1 Stinger. And then we get double Sheriff out.
Snuffed out by G2.
A great start too, though. First pressure that Icy gets, already gets a kill and an assist on that, shutting down the B side attempt from EG.
The alarm bot, and this alarm bot is causing teams, honestly, it's causing teams a bit of a nightmare. Some teams, when they do C defaults, don't go like far enough and don't clear it, and it can be responsible for heavy stacks. So it's nice that EG at least find this early on in the eco.
Letting him walk into the util. No Omen smoke here to stop them for now. They got the Viper Orb, easy control there. Then the Omen smoke will follow, just to delay a little bit more on that timing as the smoke will go down. So G2's playing this one patiently. They already have a good push onto Rubble and Icy. Two big.
Yeah, it's a nice start for him. Get the confidence up with some eco kills. Can't get much better than that. Hello, Pansy. How we done?
Losing the players on the initial push, they're forced to work in the opposite direction where the numbers are left. Already damaged inside the site. At least a plant will be nice. In the checkbox for EG.
They even get it?
Gotta be deep. They're looking to hide in this one. Trent starts it off.
Yeah, too much util right now for EG.
They both try and make the jump.
To get anything done. At least they have a Bulldog. An upgrade for Superman. Is currently playing towards the water. So first contact will be Derek. Both of them once again working together in the clutch and instantly.
Hey, lovely rounds. Stinger upgrade.
Strong on a pistol. A great conversion on the second one for G2.
Right.
And it looks like a pretty strong bonus round going into the third.
And Icy's ready to get going. It's just a Sheriff on the first round for Icy with the nade, the signature for a raise. Second round, buys up on the Bulldog, gets a few frags at Rubble, charging up the Showstopper.
They upgraded?
And G2
it was on A? Oh, okay.
A good plant, however,
but then,
EG,
not a chance.
Be able to use a bit of that money coming in next round to make sure
they had some time here, though.
Ready to go to see if they can pull back on the bonus.
No, they did pick it up.
As we we feel it. We feel it.
Yeah.
See 3-0-1.
Yeah, they did pick it up
on the board. Valen 3-0.
Dude, that's not even 1 minute of you showing up.
We saw the Viper Orb into Valen delaying with the smoke as well. So they have the ideas to slow EG down.
Yeah.
Will Jogamo start being Jogamo and blast past all of this? It's one of the tried and true things you can always expect to see. If VG's getting forced to play slow,
Hansi shaking hands with Rossi.
As you can see right now, it looks like it's a small in-ear issue with the rookie right now on the stage, Icy. So that'll get resolved very soon. About a minute wait. And as I say that, already 50 seconds, because that took me 10 seconds, right? So it's not going to be that long. But we'll be able to get in now and finally figure out what EG will try to do in the gun round. But at least when we start things off right now for G2, I find that the
let's get some likes on my stream. Who is this guy? Potato or Potato even? Thank you for that. You're looking like a paid chatter out there, and I respect that heavily.
Get comfortable here on the big stage. Well, same thing for Leaf, right? It's a whole big role change going into a Sentinel.
That's my ult, yeah, just me and the tech pause. Me and the tech pause quickly typing.
And I like that point about G2 getting the rounds, the map, the momentum here on Lotus, because you don't know what EG is going to do on Icebox. It's going to be maybe Jogmo on Deadlock again. Maybe they change it as they showed you that and want to pull away from it because they have something else. Yeah, Lotus will be a nice boon for G2 to be able to put under their belt and start this series off.
Right. First big
starting
buy
off.
round,
Good
and
frags,
we
like I
picked
said,
up the
for Icy
Bulldog,
Valen,
and
3
there
late,
is an extra
showstopper
rifle on
there.
top of this one, so
Focus
decent.
towards C, but more of a
decent
default across the
bonus.
map. As this A push is constant orb farming
2 away
just for
for the
Icy.
Razor, so potentially for next round.
Exactly. Farmed a lot of kills in the first 2 rounds.
C
Getting really
default at
close
the
to
moment, we
showstopper.
could potentially
He's
call it a
beginning into
CB
round 2.
default because of the camera that's getting full info.
To at least place a cage or a
Orbs on the raise.
towards the B sign, so EG once again trying to hold a default,
And a far back kill setup for essentially if they TP into this corner or double satchel towards the back.
Really doesn't force G2 to swing out yet.
And it's also nice because a lot of teams in their C default will try and find this or this
But it's EG that
alarm
puts the
bot.
first step.
Not in a position to commit just
Or
yet.
even break the
EG
turret,
trying
but
to
it's so
source
far
out some
back that,
utility, find
yeah,
what else they can
kind of
take.
like, wait,
They
what? Where
actually
is
have
it?
not heard the alarm bot earlier.
Yeah, and this is
The
perfect.
mollies, which is
And the
now
molly
knocking
gets this
John
corner
off.
that they're both stuck in. Damn, it's a solid. Thank God I talked about the setup because it literally got him 2 kills.
On top of that. And once again, EG had to backpedal into the opposite direction. At least for now, though, there's only Valen that's playing it very passively to get information first so that G2
That's our Killjoy main. Actually is.
Nature unfortunately down to 12 HP as he was trying to scale up here towards this A side.
Yeah, and with Cypher here, they can at least pivot over towards B, and it looks like just a straight up retake from B. I imagine Jonah P's not going to do anything too crazy, even though the time is low. Going to play with numbers. Leaf opens the door, a lot of pressure. Dude, and G2 are chill, clearing out everywhere where they could potentially be.
And again,
Just holding pressure.
It'll give a chance for the defenders to swarm back up here, come out from the B heaven side. There's that paranoia initiated. It's going
Oh, that Omen Flash actually hit that guy. Really nicely done from G2. Very, very good. Yeah, bonus. We got some upgrades from the Bulldog as well.
Really neat. Look at the pings on the minimap right now.
Yeah, that was
Just gonna
convincing
talk about
for
this.
sure.
Really neat positioning. Remember, just in the
Yeah,
first
they're
few
talking
rounds,
about the
alarm
Killjoy
bot was
setup.
far
Direct 'em.
outside C, where they could attack it, then know they took alarm bot down, play with a little bit more space. Pushing in that time, they found turret, but not alarm bot, not the mollies. It eventually became their demise once they found out those mollies were ready to cook a little deeper in sight. And they have to either blast up towards Waterfall or go all the way around Bend to make that work if this is going to keep changing on that C side. We'll see how they actually position the alarm bot this time. It does look like they are again.
Yeah, they're all good.
Gonna put it outside.
No one worry.
Hasn't even set it down yet. It's actually over towards B. So another change up of where that alarm bot's going to
Nice
be.
kill from Leaf.
Put it right here
They did a smoke to help them potentially get through a one-way that might be here, and they just spam it instantly and gets a kill.
Is giving G2 so much to start with every time.
Well, EG's already lost Superman towards the C side too, so as Leaf was jiggling for it.
Big change up from Leaf. Alarm bot now over towards B with the turret here. Molly's in a similar position, this time up the top. He's doing good in terms of changing this up. Kind of focusing on a little bit more because obviously first time that we've seen him on Duelist. And sorry, on Sentinel. Jorgamo? Okay. I was going to say, there's a small world where if Jorgamo with the hero gun managed to make a play there, but...
With the last 2 pushed up towards the spawn is Apoth, denied here by Trent. And now you're alone, not gonna work out with
very nice. Right, so we get a big buy round next, and Icy has ult and Valen has ult for fast rotate.
Get into sight or set up or even move in as a whole team in there because there's
Or
losing a lot
info.
of players in the beginning of these rounds for EG side.
Yeah, incredible teamwork right now for G2. They got flooded in sight, backed up to play more of a retake after they lose Leaf, and just continue to take the site back together. EG trying to push forward and maybe grab a gun, but it was a flood on that defensive.
This was
spawn
G2's
side for
permaban
G2,
during
which did
kickoff.
not
Oh,
allow
it's a good sign.
EG's encroachment into
Yeah,
that
so I
area
guess
to
EG
work.
definitely weren't expecting
All right,
this.
Guns across the board again, 4 in a row. G2's post plants so good right now on all these diffuses.
Yo.
It's going to be that showstopper up for Icy, and now they're going to attack C this time.
Okay,
It's been
big
quiet from
buy
G2's
rounds.
defensive side
They go
on
close.
this
We got to
area
remember
until
there's a
now.
raise ult here.
Because we're so close to the ultimates.
Yeah, and they now know where the raise is, so do they want to just straight up avoid this?
Ultimates on the side of Jogimo, and they
still
want to
have
contest
A.
it. A as they push
Lovely
towards
double up.
Nature gets popped. And once again, you lose that control on one extremity, you have no choice.
And everything's
You have to
looking,
try to make a move now on the other
everything's
end.
looking perfect at the moment.
They've been pressured a lot for EG
The smoke, what, the further down smoke on the floor?
They have
Yeah.
eyes everywhere on the map right now. G2
There's
is
definitely,
so
oh man,
ready.
there's so much you can do with Omen.
Picked up the orb on the C site. So definitely, especially that Nanoswarms came out preemptively. Might give a chance.
Nice duel over towards here, just straight up aim duel. There was a bit of a higher lower though, I think.
There you go towards the sky, lands on
Giacomo 20 HP. Nicely done from Jonah P. And this buy round, dude, he actually ate the ult. Yeah, and they just wanted to make sure that they cleaned it up nice and easy. Only 2 people going down, potential 2 armor rebuy. Money's outrageously good for G2. This has been super convincing. Harry with the Prime, thank you so much for the 16 months.
They can keep pushing extremities with the C play they have, where Icy was one of the big factors. They've been able to push A and use that grenade or use the raise nade to get positioning on Rubble. They're still able to do it with just Trent, just Valen.
Let's go, boys. Big ult now.
They're just vibing right now.
EG calling a timeout, and this is giving me flashbacks of kickoff, actually, when they were playing on Sunset, and G2 had a very
Revolutions, thank you very much, man.
start.
14 months
It came
and with
down
the
to
Prime. Thank you for the
2
Prime
early
usage.
timeout burns from Potter, and then you started seeing EG coming back here in the second half to really battle it back on Sunset. Will it be the same
Okay,
story
what's
right now on
the
Lotus?
what's the plan on
Really
this
seems
one?
like
Because
this team
it's
has
not
figured
going
something
good.
out.
Might be a late
At least
takeover
trying to
towards
figure
A
out
could
how
work
they
well.
can iron out
Well, they
those
did just walk
20s
out towards A,
of their
which makes me
default
think
play,
that
'cause they're
the fact they
realizing
walked
they
out towards
had
A,
the
the
pressure that
G2 will probably go
G2
aggro A
either
on this
extremities.
round.
Yet last round
Or
was
at least
both
on the
at
next
same
buy round. I
time,
can't remember what the
EG
money's like. They have
had
good
good
loss
round,
bonus, so
really
it
close
might be worth doing on
results.
this.
So EG's coming out with a new surprise. Should I say G2 coming out with a new surprise this time around?
Not
too.
Stressep, thank you
How
so much for the
aggressively
6
they
months as
play
well.
on
Thank you for the
defense.
tier 1. Thank you, thank you.
They seem to always have 2 together.
Yeah, so maybe they save on the
there's
big buy round.
rotation
There's
now
a
actually
good
back
amount of
towards
ults
Icy
here.
and Valen over towards A. We just saw that again being Trent and Valen as Icy went C. But it seems like they're just using that buddy system.
Yeah, I really
so
think next
well.
round
If Leaf
G2 go
can't
aggro on
control,
A, we'll
they
see.
back up and make sure everyone's together.
There's the fade eye that goes
See if
towards
EG
the
can
top.
break that defense. Quick haunt over out of B. They're able to destroy
Deal
it.
with this one early, and we
And they
have
have to
4
be
people
very
ready to
about this
punish the A
control.
walkout.
They've
So
seen G2
definitely
here
talked about what I
every
talked
single
about.
time,
Open
and this
flash
low
goes
buy
into B
means
though,
they're
and
gonna
I'm not
creep
sure
up
they
even
saw it.
slower.
So much utility being thrown here towards the A side.
Whoa,
It's
they got the
countered
fatal
back
out of
by
them on an
Nightfall that gets
eco.
information
Well,
on
I
3,
say
so that's
eco
the
low
call
buy.
for
We got to
EG
keep it
move
all,
inside
keep an eye on
B
all of this
black.
space that
And
they've
you know
gained
off
though,
these
by the way.
timeouts, EG
And
is
they are
not
literally
afraid of
in
using these
spawn.
ultimates
What a weird
when they
round.
have a lure buy. Look at the forward pushes towards the spawn because of that information. We're moving behind enemy lines here for EG, but a rotate comes back from G2 out at the
Keep an eye on
hardcore.
Killjoy.
4
Leaf has a
players streamlining
big
in.
role
Trying
to play here.
start things
Goes
off,
down.
but EG takes the lead, at least in this situation. Head to head, out towards the heavens. Derek then answers back onto Valen. It's doable now for Jogamo and Derek of EG against Trent and Jonah P, who does have the pit. Forced to fight out against Jogamo, back towards the waterfall. The tap on the spike, the wall comes up, isolating one of the 2 players remaining of EG. Hot now being thrown out. Derek marks them both. Only has his share, lands the first shot, and now it's ticking down on that spike. Derek here's the tap, swings it.
Damn, nicely done from Derek. That was solid. 3 kills over towards here. Whoever got the kill on Leaf as well was very important here.
Derek with an amazing weight. The patience
Surprised that
there.
fade eye didn't get shot.
Playing all the mind games necessary to pull the round into EG's favor. It took everything. And it has just about each one of these rounds to put down G2 just this one so far. 5-1 after that shot. And we start round 7. Operator in the hands of Jogamo. The timeout for EG paying off big here. Can they get the momentum? Icy
Oh boy.
cold shuts it down.
Why is this happening so much today?
Start, it's quick on that A site.
Yeah, and like we said, G2 are going to go very aggro over towards A, especially after the last round where they managed to get out early as well. Viper ult with the alarm bot there, so the Viper doesn't have to take any risks.
By G2's again forward position on the A side rubble.
And now with no map control, losing A path towards
The
mid
loss
as well.
bonus is
Have to
this
regain
after
a
this, by the
little
way,
bit
so
of an idea of where
this
EG
is
can
looking
push
like a
up.
classic win one, lose the next one.
I mean, that
G2
smoke was thrown towards
That's
the C
shaking.
side.
Yeah.
And then you have an alarm bot, you'll know for
Getting
sure
close.
somebody's moving in from Mound. Then the Prowler came out towards front B, so nobody is moving from EG, even continuing their focus of 3 players playing semi-passively towards the A site. to try to deny EG moving up here towards A.
And
Dude, the
has been constant, right?
you can't even, dude. You know, yesterday Sideshow and Bren's stream just all came into our stream to at desperate 7-1. Like at one point, it's gonna get out of hand. Like it's pretty out of control, to be honest, if people are doing that. EG might save him though. Omen ult goes in over towards Heaven. Fast rotate. They can't stop the plant. Fade ult goes in. Does hit 3. Oh yeah, and the spam on top of this. Could Killjoy ult. Might be overkill, but I honestly think it would be worth back of A. Yeah, these poor guys are just getting spammed down. That is insane, bro. They should have used the Killjoy ult. How's he won this? They got so, they got so cocky. Yeah, I mean, it's just the strength of the Viper ult. A Killjoy ult to back a site would have forced him through door into the guy waiting, and they got a little bit greedy, thinking they could save their ult here, it feels like. Gotta respect the Viper. Lovely pings from the team. Oh man, he played it so well.
So already a pivotal frag in the round to make sure that A was something that they could work with, but then to ace the round, like disgusting. Disgusting.
Back to back 2 rounds.
A timeout being called by G2. So with this timeout, it gives us a chance.
They need to calm them a little bit, and they also need to, like, you gotta think about this, right? Even though it's a 4v2, you gotta think about this situation. 4v2, right? You could look at it and be like, should you be using this ult? But then you gotta factor in the other things like the money reset, the fact that they just won a round, money reset. It's so worth using the ult to make sure that you can 100% win this round, because then they're on eco. So, yeah.
Plentiful here.
Gotta, instead of being greedy, you gotta just consider the impact of the round itself and what it means going forward. Hamster, yeah, the hamster is around. You might be able to see. We'll keep an eye, or someone in chat will keep an eye.
Hold on, the rubble push was coming in from Icy. They were already getting frags. C was on lockdown.
Board review round? Oh, for sure. Yeah, but normally what happens in these kind of rounds, like when you get to here at the beginning, you know, the 30-second mark, it's like there should always be someone in charge being like, big swing rounds, like we can break economy here, so it's like it's worth overusing util ults, anything.
Fast play, little spray, and Jogmo's in.
Yeah, the Killjoy ult that they save into this one means they have to bail out towards Mount here. Yeah, and so they do stop this, and this is 2 people in the ult.
Jogmo gets detained, but he's going to be safe for now.
Yeah.
Gives a chance now for EG to re-hit if they want to. So the paranoia will slowly set in for G2.
Yeah.
They'll make the first noise for EG, though, by grabbing this orb on the C site.
This wall we have every time coming in. You see on the backside, Icy's trying to play that. The wall's been used a few times by nature off the play, so you have to wonder, is somebody pushed up? Are they going to be around a corner? And that's just the
Dude, look how much damage they tanked going into C.
All the time goes up, and they'll have
if Icy gets a good feeling that they're coming out, yeah, you start seeing the spam. I was going to say, especially as they've been doing a lot of chip damage, the spam really might pay off on this one. Yorgamo, 2 away from his ult. 30 seconds. Icy still has nade, so the nade could definitely do a lot of damage. Nade rotating in as well with the tether. Combo could be in play here. Let's see. But the combo ready. They throw it over towards default. Doesn't look like it's going to hit anyone. Fast flood while they're dodging it. Eric's been unbelievable in the past 3 rounds.
Plat now in. Out for the tree side. 2 players left alive for G2. That's Leaf and Jonah P with barely any utility left. The only thing Leaf has here is Timmy the turret. He wants to use it with the door.
If we're going to be super critical, they went pretty early with just 3 of them while the other 2 were out of the play.
Too many on both sides. Surprise on every single door. Jonah is now alone. And with the money that you see in the bank currently for the rest of G2, he's definitely going to try to save the weapon. So far being hunted down by nature.
Yeah.
But no matter what, the round will go to EG.
There's a nice comeback
Big
from
smoke up top
a nice comeback
Suzuki,
from
man,
EG,
kinda
but it's
forcing
like,
EG
man,
to fly into the site. 2 going drop too. You would think
could
maybe
all of
something
these
more
rounds
dropping
been
with Icy
prevented
there.
from G2?
But he's
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
think
close
so.
and just look for a kill right there on the backside of site. But yeah, I also think that G2 didn't expect EG to have that many in sight. They were all looking towards drop spot, ready to defend as G2 did a flood retake, and it just did not count. So EG 3 in a row now. And it will finally be able to get a little
and they
bit
finally.
on the G2. We see the low armor coming
What are we
in
doing?
here.
Finally broke the econ?
But buying
Looks
for
like it.
rounds to come too. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Bucky,
half buy.
Stinger. So they're going to look to have a little bit more in the future.
There.
Because they're going to try to really get the focus of this orb now for Icy.
Oh.
Being damaged down to a little bit of a snakebite, down to 24 with a spray too. And the other players pushing forward. Yes, they'll have a showstopper
Razor
now with
into
low
this
HP.
round,
This
but
is
on
still a tough
21
position for
HP, are you
G2.
ever going to use it? We'll see.
Flying around that rifle that was saved by Jonah P to try to win the round.
Crossfire looks good. Flash.
Coming across. There's that
Even better.
and Superman working in tandem, dropping
Great
2
fight.
players of G2 and forcing those players back.
Good control. This is one of the rounds EG finally gets to kind of absorb this G2 aggression. They've actually been losing quite a few members at that first Rubble fight. And they go back to C. This has been the entry. Jogamo's just feeling comfortable on this hit.
I didn't know that Leaf is there with a Bucky. Forced to play a different angle by the waterfall, and EG understands that, so they're going all the way around towards the ramp.
Oops.
We'll take the free site, the free plant. And the biggest damage they could do here is at least Icy with his Vandal. Sees Nate combo, but the Seas misses. So will not do any damage here to EG on the pulse plant. Here comes a swing finally. They do get the contact onto Derek. A chance now, potentially, if they're able to drop one more and utilize this showstopper. But Leaf just fell. Icy and Trent now, high and low on the right side of the C site. And it's not looking good at all.
Teammate just bails him out. 4 in a row now. Big buy run for G2. And coach is hoping not to use another timeout. So let's see if they can clean it up a little bit. Razor for either team. 1 away from Fatal. So maybe a trap play over towards C or something to protect the orb.
Coming from a lot of the frags in the round, it was the post plants, right? This EG wasn't able to get into those first few fights. The first blood goes towards G2, and then it seems like the round fell apart too much. EG's doing a really nice job of playing a bit more of the map before they start to play the site. And that's one heck of a call to be making, especially when you're just 5-0. Figure out what the right one would be to grab 4 back in a row. Icy still with that showstopper now, a lot healthier to start this round off, but he's going to meet Jogamos as well.
No one breaks
And
the camera,
face-to-face right
but they
here.
hear the camera. And they rotate 2 in, and that Omen flash. Oh my. No way.
At least it's guns instead. Instant
What
trades on
the
both
hell
sides.
is going on? Meanwhile, this is happening. They make a lot of space over towards A. Open door. They get over towards A site. Spike's a little bit behind. If Derek gets a plant or a kill, that's all.
Door closes. Time wasted. Valen in the drop spot. Just around the corner is Nature. There's a first sprays now hit by the snake bite. He's manages to find a spot where he's okay.
Oh.
Superman finally trying to go for a plant, but taps first. Trying to see
Dude,
if
this
G2's
molly
gonna
on
swing out, and
site.
they do. Managed to get a snake bite kill onto Derek. 45 seconds left. Door reopened now by Superman. 8 HP
There's so many
left.
people getting tanked by
They're
Viper
gonna try
mollies
to
here.
pivot towards the B side. TP across, and
Oh,
now
and the
Nature
bait
cuts
towards
the
this?
rotation.
Hey,
There's
that's
that
nice.
second,
It was a
but
really
instantly
good
Trent
attempt in
trades it out.
the 2v4. It's a shame Superman's just very low HP.
The attempts now towards the B site, now down. Throws out a smoke as Superman. Now plays inside of it and around. First contact will be Trent. There's that first, and instantly there. Balance
Yeah, that was
through
a
the smoke
honestly that was a
right
very
back.
impressive call in the 2v4. The plan was really nice.
Quick flick there to end it, but yeah, EG
Got close
again on
here,
the verge
wall
of
up,
taking
TP
another
away.
one, and that
Everyone
call
focuses
to
on
switch
going
it
over
up,
towards
but
B. They
having
might have gone
the
together. It
line,
was a great
the
try.
cutoff there coming in
G2
really big,
win
almost
1
able to
rounds.
capitalize.
One person surviving has to rebuy armor as well, I'm pretty sure.
Not
Their
coming
money
up with too much, but gave him the
money
space to
could get
wanna be
reset
able to
for
get
that
inside
last round.
play over towards A to start things off. These A fights have just been wildly chaotic.
6 on defense is already good for
Everybody's
sure.
dropping
I
to
think
the
it could
site
be
right
a lot
away
more
for
though.
G2.
Like this is one of those
EG
ones where
used
I'm
that
watching
to
where
their
it's like
advantage, but it
G2.
seems, with that and the util, they were able
Like
to
if
get
they
out
lose
that
this,
time,
G2
so
lost it
makes
instead of
things
EG winning it,
very
in
tough
my
to get
mind.
that post plant back
Just
in
'cause
order.
Especially these
C
3.
push and A push again, it seems. No, just the deep alarm bot going out again over towards that seaside.
What will that do right now as it's being posted up? Giving a chance now for EG just to once again farm a free orb, and that's going to be in the hands of
And similar thing from G2. Once they hear the camera over towards B, they group up with 3 and they just push close. So I guess when they do this, they know it's like a default where there's only one person. They're just trying to isolate the one.
Battle it down head to head. But Epoch knows better than to peek. EG still trying to break some util towards the C site.
They're trying to work off a few of the precedents they've seen G2 make. You know, somebody pushed A few rounds ago. Mid had a little bit of pressure that Apoth just kind of saw.
50-second mark. They retake over towards A, and I like this from G2. They go aggro over towards B, and with this information clearing B, they then heavy rotate to A. But honestly, Apoth got it pretty close that maybe if he walked all the way down and they could split into B, it would be perfect. I don't know if he heard the Prowler though, it all comes down to that. Fade ult hits 1. What is this Fade Eye? It hits 4.
And hold the push. 20 seconds left on the clock. EG has to now move inside the side. Counter Nightfall out on the defensive side.
Oh boy, man, look at this one. Nicely done from Derek again. One of the most important kills he has. I mean, all 6 of his kills just impact. It feels like it.
Now he has to think on his toes. No util to work with, and he just made some noise. So they know that he dropped down towards the rope. As he walks in,
nicely handled. Nature did great. Derek did great.
And EG win the round.
Just
I mean, it was essentially just what, 9 people, 8 people dueling on site at the same time. A little bit wild.
Rounds EG has starting at C, getting themselves back in, and these fights over at A just have been their bread and butter to end some of these rounds. Real happy with the way the rest of this one's been going, especially to stave off G2 after they quickly pull back around. That's gonna do a little ditty on G2's money for this one, and they're on a low buy for the last round of the first half. 4 on C. To see if they play the fake. Do they let somebody go out, play a little aggressive?
Let's see. We get the Omen flash ready. 4 people.
G2's members in the site.
For the orb,
oh, no, they're just waiting.
Unbelievers, I mean, yeah, it's just a higher low with 2 people low, and then if they want to go aggro more, they can Omen flash on top of it. A nice setup. Goes the fades. Oh, dude, they're so ready for this. Wait, they're like beyond ready. Keep tapping the orb. Have a combo ready. Man, the read on this is
Prowler 2 towards the front.
level.
Repeat of last round. A little bit less aggression on what the utility of C offered, but that's...
Bro, look at it.
And the Haunt as well, getting so much information. Now Valen alone has a vandal at least. Spraying back into smoke are both teams. It looks like EG decides to pull back.
The read on that was very impressive.
Flushing out Leaf. So unfortunately he falls. And he gives the whole site open now for EG. A TP out from Valen, but it's a 1 versus 4. Stopped right away, no plant needed as we talk.
What a comeback from them. Yeah, and definitely some VOD review rounds for G2. They had an impressive start, but these 3 rounds pretty costly.
Just dissecting where G2 is hiding. That's what EG was doing that map to bring back 6. Absolutely figuring out how G2 was defending. And we got a game on our hands now.
Oh yeah. And definitely we're seeing EG playing a lot more slowly. Just want to make sure the aggression's not there, but at least they get it. But before we start the second half,
yeah,
let's hear from G2's
that was like
Valen
an insane hard read of just exactly what the setup was.
Yeah, so the biggest reason why we ended up picking up Icy is because he's very fundamentally sound within the game, and he kind of understands already like how tier 1 teams play or how we kind of envision the game. So bringing him in was really easy. And in terms of his mechanical power, like, he's insane.
Our attack side, like a 7.584.
Even I'm excited for you guys to realize, like, yo, this new kid on the block is going to be something special. If he's disciplined within his practice and it really just kind of tries to mimic his play, like, in other words, don't be a scrimmer, right? Like, I've been telling him, like, hey, like, make sure when you're practicing with us, like, really try to understand why we're playing this way, what your goal is or your job in the situation. So he's going to make it really easy for himself doing that. And in turn, when he goes out and performs on stage, like it'll be like a cakewalk for him. So I think you guys will be surprised.
And so far,
like
so
that.
good,
Nice.
right? Yeah, talking about IC at this
You got in
point,
touch
and
with
his
Gorilla?
performances on Lotus with
Nice. Yeah, I mean, he'll look at it for sure. There's a good
doing his
chance.
role. He's done that exactly. Paint shells coming out, creating space, allowing his teammates to move
Maybe he'll
forward,
call you out on
being
Twitter as well, Saint. Who knows?
selfish to try to run down first and try to get the pick.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's the type of play style that G2 is currently looking at, trying to deny EG in these forward positions in the beginning.
It's a good balance of what if I and the team would want me to,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
What if I did and no, they probably, they'd want me to do this. And it seems like if he can keep those fundamentals going, it's been working for G2 here. Being able to entry pretty fearlessly on the other side to get the sights back in the post plants, which worked out heavily.
You think Lev will struggle
First
this
half for
season?
G2, but then it was just that late round attack. EG
Man,
completely
I-
working the map, pulling all the
I
strings
don't.
that they
Well,
could.
after the first
on
game, you kind of have
G2
to say, yeah,
before
is
they
leading
finally
into that. But
decided. Nature
I don't.
popping off, too,
I
with a
don't
few
think
rounds
so.
with
I
Derek,
think that
with a
maybe
huge- or, sorry, not
because
Derek,
their
Lotus,
roster is so
to pull off that
stacked.
huge,
I'm not sure they need to
round.
lean
Yeah,
into
yeah,
like
started
some
off-
of the
started everything off
crazy
after the
comps.
timeout, so
For sure.
That's like my
definitely
one
took a
thing
bit, but
where
EG found that power, and now we got the even game. I
interesting.
was wondering if the wall dropped for
It's
a
like
second.
my one
Nobody
criticism, I
even
think.
moved. They're just
I
looking
like
for
it on a
Ron to
few
come
maps
over
for
before
sure,
they move
but
out here.
they're kind of
Even
doing
jump
different stuff on
spotting,
every maps.
was Trent to see if EG is
It
gonna
didn't
play the
look
wall contact on their
massively
end.
comfortable.
An early defender wall comes up, and that's going to keep G2 behind theirs. As Trent pulls his up too.
Little
Haunt to
late.
try to get info, gets shot right away, but for EG, it's potentially.
But I also think they just misplayed a lot of their
They don't have too much going on the C side yet. EG
their defense
still
on
wants to
Ascent.
gamble. The instant rotate out from the C side. Joggimo looking to move in here with the rest of the players towards A.
And Apoth could not have his utility stretched out further.
Comes
on
the
this one,
pistol,
trying to
it's
cover
1-0.
Just about every site with a little bit. Is it going to be enough?
Scoring first is Apoth though. EG in the lead in
This-
situation.
yeah, this
Pulls
setup
traps.
is-
Also, Little High.
Oh man, this setup
Go against
is
the
too
Satchels, but the
strong.
Satchels will be denied by Apoth once again with the classic. G2 finally
Wings?
able to come back for trades.
Player standing.
And also taking lead in this
Oh
situation.
wait, I mean this is
Jumbo
very
wrapping around.
doable.
As the Hawk misses him, he has a timing across. Leaf is low on HP, so is Trent. Now the jump
30
spot.
seconds
Do we
left.
see him here? Here's the reload.
Holy hell, nice recovery. It was a 3v5 for G2. And they just managed to swing together in the chaos. I mean, I love the setup from EG. The setup should have honestly probably got more than this. Trip, then we had util going in off the walls behind. It just made like all of this a complete kill
We saw a
setup.
few people go, and then they all said, nope, we're crashing. Yeah,
Even the
down
Omen
stairs,
flash
too,
on top.
was a big reason they wanted that left side. Nicely done, Bulldogs.
Honestly, both of those
out
Omen
here
flashes
for
were pretty
G2,
big.
making sure they can
Okay,
put down EG no
double
matter what
pistol
the
for
vibes could
G2.
be.
Yeah.
Might be
So
their
that
savior
second
on
round,
this one.
Baby door also broken instantly for Joggimo. So they're looking for fast rotates on their side. And quite interestingly enough, a lot of util being thrown from EG side. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, they
Sacrifice
got
your
two
life,
orbs,
deny
I
the
guess.
orb.
Orb on the floor and a death.
Also making sure that it's not going to be potentially like Icy trying to pick it up.
Did he
Every
get it?
kill matters for EG in terms of the amount of damage it's going to do.
Yeah, at least that helps him on his
Right.
side too for Viper to get 2 orbs right away for an early pick.
A little rubble control here for EG, and G2 should be able to suss this out pretty easily. Superman.
Milan, don't bait me,
Quick
man.
footstep there. He starts
Don't
to
bait
back
me
up
in
and
here.
get into
Don't be
position here,
talking.
so-
Don't be
So
talking
retweet
about
here on A.
your own
G2
team
is
like
just
this.
Trying to not make any mistakes, keep every weapon in, get all the alt orbs on their side if they can. It looks like it's going to end up being an A hit here if they don't actually decide to get this baby door double kill.
When you look here towards the A side, the orb was also denied
Yeah.
of that end here by
I, Milan, don't. I honestly, I don't want to even think about the breeze. I don't want to think
But
about it.
once again, both Superman and Derek working in together from Baby Door to get the kill with the classic. Pain Shell doesn't do too much damage. and we
It's
have a
on
safe
side
point
with
for
all of
G2
you.
and even safer
Got
positioning
beef
on
with
the
chat
first
as
spot
well?
until this lurk
Holy
from
hell.
Leaf also gets stopped by Epoth, who gets a Stinger upgrade.
2 of them now. This could be problems if they get those stingers together.
And they're all around this A site. Yes, Joggimo is there alone on the top of heaven, but he's only got a classic, so he gives a chance now to create the space for these
Oh
two.
man, they
To come back
really
towards
needed
three.
something like
Nice
this.
DSing by Vala to get those picks, even a third in the round.
Hey, nice save, yeah.
And Trent will finalize the last one.
There's a very good amount of damage done from EG. Like I said, every kill matters, and they have armor rebuy.
If you think of the way the G2 started, they have 5 alive. They were moving slow, trying to protect each other, and yeah, it got scrappy at the end there. They would have loved to avoid those frags, but it is going to still be a good win and the bonus now for EG. Valen just clapping with the Bulldog.
If anything, it was nice too that Trent threw that haunt to get that ping on to Nature to get that kill. And
yeah, the first opener.
When you're trying to deny that orb opportunity to get out earlier.
Yeah, I love this. Are they gonna then throw the K-Corp smoke after or not?
Continuous pressure here every round.
Yeah, they
so
do, but they don't do it deep enough. But I still like this default, right? Viper orb onto the floor, then they kind of do the K-Corp or like a leak out smoke over towards C. I think it could be slightly better. You could do a good lineup from this corner that gets it close to double block vision, but it's an early C amount of pressure here.
Ashley is able to make it safely on top of rubble. He could try to delay, get info, and we'll still have util for EG to retake the A site should they lose it here. On this attempt of a push from
Yeah,
G2,
might just have to respect this one and go back.
Being thrown by Superman, they decide to stop.
Heck of a delay.
Trent 1 kill away from an ult.
Idea who else is out there, and at the rate Superman is defending it, it's like he can defend it with somebody else, and they have to respect that. Just really putting up a good front there, a facade on rubble. And they may have to force towards B. 30 seconds left. This could be a door play, but they're going to be running into that site for util.
And you might have a season.
Oh, close to hitting this.
Gets thrown first. There's the nade. So a little bit of a mistiming there, but it does a little
Yeah,
bit of damage. Jogno's the one that's heavily
timing is low. We got a kill trip on a camera here and a 2-person setup. Make that a 3-person setup. This is beyond wrecked for G2. Oh man, clean up crew.
And there's no time left. The last 2 players of G2 are forced to fall back and save their weapons as EG is able to get their gun round.
Tell you what,
What
does he want to duel? How much HP has he got?
Just to summarize that round was basically G2.
Yeah,
we want you to do this.
they pretty much went everywhere and got heavy shutdown.
Directed away from B from the C's nade, right into the waiting arms of Cypher util at B. The haunts, the util, the dump, and EG just slaughtered G2 on the entry. That was so organized.
They got 1 kill, so I mean they would force next round for sure. Good news is fade ult for G2.
In this server for EG.
Looking like the same default with the smoke down.
Time you play against G2 on breach rolls, on
Ooh.
KO rolls, but on this Viper today on Lotus.
Okay. Only throw the smoke if there's a one-way, maybe?
And
Not
EG
sure.
get the same defensive setup almost every time.
EG over towards A.
Superman's up, grabbing info.
Early
It's a
take.
C hit,
Fade
though.
ult hits one, but there is
G2
2
focuses
here.
only
Nature
forward
fights
on this one.
early.
It seems with Nightfall hitting, and Icy in.
Lovely kill trip. Oh, he gets another one.
Somehow gets a second one.
And he almost got a third.
But that support was already there from Nature.
Dude, Nature is absolutely farming, by the way.
Has made it through the spawn, and he's gonna try to get behind.
The winning factor.
Well, Leaf goes for the plat here at the default spot. Sees Nate, nice little bait out. Also trying
Yeah,
to
and
win
they're
some
still on
time
top
for
of this
Valen
though,
to
Superman.
execute This backstab, it works against Superman. They try to answer right back.
Still going.
Is able to
Oh.
avenge his teammate. Back to a 1v1. Jogimo against Leaf.
No plant and turret.
62 are the HPs.
Has a turret to work with. So makes it a 2 versus 1 in terms of information and angles that could be watched here against Jogimo. Jogimo breaks it right away.
Huge round, 22 HP. Nicely done from Valen to get that extra kill as well. I'm surprised he won that duel. Big round. EG should force this, but one person's wrecked, right? 2 people are wrecked a little bit. Double stinger.
Still stepping up when he's needed.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's the KJ or not. Valen so close to making that one work, but EG was still ready. They took so much time in
smart on this.
Waterfall to say, wait, we've only identified one. Okay, it has to be a lurk. It's been too long. They're not planting. They're not protecting each other. So
Bro, it's
good mind
21
games
to
there.
10.
GB mentioned Leaf in his role have been forced sometimes to play the LMS, right? The last man standing.
Exactly.
What are the question marks there? It's been answered.
Jogamo. So
Could still fulfill
aggro
the
A
role,
control.
control clutch,
Jogamo
could
gets the
still give a
orb, has
chance
his
for
ult into this
G2
one.
Yeah.
to maintain their lead now, but that 5-round lead that they had at the beginning of the game narrowed down by 2.
Very aggro camera to get early info over towards C, and they didn't hear it.
it definitely starts EG snowball of a couple of rounds here once they figure out
Whoa.
how G2 plays.
And TP
It
out.
starts off with an outlaw by Superman, contacts onto
Goodness.
Icy.
Keep dueling.
Heavily pressured, another paranoia being thrown out.
Yeah, I had numbers here, wanted to carry on fighting.
And the G2 Leaf able to get that lurk
They're so ready for every push.
for EG indeed.
The weird Omen flash.
Except not for the rotate potentially towards the seaside. So Jogmo wants to try to get the contact,
Uh-oh.
bumps the ceiling, and now Valens on the
Yeah,
roof against
Nature is
Stones.
very much on top of that as well. Nicely done.
Trying to get trades. They lost a spike in the process. And they lost all
Big
that
round
points
from
for
them.
G2.
Money just backs up against the wall basically in terms of the money. Just fully reset the enemy team. I didn't have the best buy.
This play at A. Superman was
Nature, yeah, man, it just looks so
But
good
again,
right now.
G2 assume there's way more behind it, right? Also, this shot and then peeking again. It's just like the audacity of it is kind of blowing G2 away. They're like, okay, we gotta back up. There's way more here. It has to be it. Otherwise, you'd think you'd just smother this guy.
Double stinger Bucky, we're going into B. We got a trip here and two people close ready to fight. And this Prowler insta out. Yeah, looks like they're ready for this one. It is a bit of a standard on your ecos.
It looks like the train is on the tracks. Not much is gonna stop this one.
Except these mollies and balls and smokes up from
And it
EG.
just feels like when G2 want to go anywhere in terms of like the choke points, they are getting so heavy wrecked.
Now you have Stingers with no armor as well for Leaf and Valen. Bucky full shields for Icy. So your call is still right though. They still want to potentially leverage these two satchels for G2 to create some space and close the gap and potentially get a big opener. Might be choosing towards the seaside, especially now that the Nanoswarm
Well,
has
actually broke the
broken
trip, right?
away
Yeah.
from Apoth.
No
I
rotate.
think popped cam as well, so they can't use.
Gun down, but there's been two here normally, so they decide to pop the ult, and they didn't do much pressure elsewhere, especially over towards A. They felt like the Fade Eye cleared them all out, so there would be more people here. So Killjoy ult to make sure they can pick up the gun. Icy, if he gets the plant, gets his ult.
Oh, nice. Giving a spike to Icy. A plant coming down, has a showstopper in the ready as well.
With their
Omen flash to
showstopper,
retake though?
they should be able to defend this.
Well, AG's doing the same thing as G2 right now, being annoying.
See how much the see how many people the Omen flash hits.
3 outside sight. They gotta get in. Spike's planted in sight.
But Icy pops out the
Only two.
showstopper.
They only
adding
two, that's
fear
pretty
to
good.
EG, forcing out the rocket, avoiding it, then trying to push down to punish. But Icy stays alive. Now at the top of the boxes as EG Derek is moving forward with the rest of the team. Out for the kill! With the drop! From
What?
the top rope.
From the top rope.
G2 gets the round and a thrifty.
You just saw him for a moment on the screen.
Dude, that looks so
That's how
stupid.
wild these fights are getting. Oh my gosh. For the low buy round, be the one that G2 is able to snap back with here again. The classic kill there, the flood into sight. G2 skirt back in from Mound just in time.
Yeah, if we're being critical, a little bit too aggro against the low buy over towards C,
So
right?
It was required for everybody to crash back in. Did it at just the right time, and Valen
Especially with the
able to
clear
swing
info
a
that they got
haymaker
over
at the end
towards
there, as you
A,
said.
it was very committed.
Oh my word. Timeout now for Evil Geniuses. Gonna get a moment. Get these ults in order. How can they best be used? How can we best defend or retake if that's going to be the case? Man, this back and forth has been wild for the economy in the game too. You see how everybody has hardly any credits in the pocket.
Didn't
Which
hydrate,
makes
dude.
it
I'll do
so
another
tough when you're
hydrate
trying to
just for
stretch
them.
out these last few
For
rounds
that.
and make it to 13.
Another important timeout coming out.
We'll
from
double
Lotus
down.
Water. Discussing here again, you talked about how going back and forth, but that thrifty that was just won by G2 hurts the economy a bit of EG going
Posture
into
check
round
as
number
well.
19,
Dude, I actually
which
I need
then
to be
again,
more on top of it these days.
You'll see it once we get into game. There was a couple of
He's happy
rifles
now?
being
Okay, then
bought, but
we're all
they're
winning.
buying down now to something more affordable
Yeah.
to play a later round, a later game in terms of rifles. But once again, potentially
A stretch, just getting all of them out,
these
sure.
ultimates around these
Guys are really
stingers.
looking out. Is an eco with this one as well, as we literally just go back and forth. W gaming.
Ooh, finally getting a little first aggro out. Yeah, G2 wants the space right away. Superman will not be able to reside here. They're going to be at C, though. So it's that full retake. They do have the Nightfall for this. which is why we're seeing such a change on the side of EG.
Too decisive with this one. They avoid the Viper ult. They get a really good plant in the corner. Do EG decide to use these ults? Probably not, unless they somehow fade ult and hit like 5. We did see it earlier in Pacific today.
So they're going to try to work as a group, winning the first wave of util, potentially trying to flood back now and activate any trades. There's that Nightfall for info.
Fade ult goes in. Does hit 4.
2 on the board for them against 1 of EG. Vandal upgrade out for Jogimo though, as they're trying to fight towards the tree, and he swings in alone.
And the satchels are really good, huh? Yeah, the satchel utils are everything. Tried to just use the fade ult, instant tap with a spike, hopefully they don't hear it and then they have to wider commit. And I'm pretty sure the satchel hit the diffuser, I'm not entirely sure. First time in a while we get 2 in a row.
Trade with each other, very nicely done.
One enemy remaining.
In a faster strat here from G2.
I mean, spam might be good as well.
Seeing the call from the timeout, they say, all right, we're going to play something fast. They go towards A, and they did not stop on that. They're going to have Jonah P's all
And a Sin. 6. Let's try that.
Rinse and repeat. We'll get the same strat. A little bit more of a lurk from Leaf on this one, though.
Oh. Going out for
Flash
GG
hits
right
a
after the
lot.
paranoia, avoids a little bit of these
Oh.
bullets, and now with the beautiful haunt being thrown by Derek, allowing Jogamo and Superman to just shut down the initial push of EG outside.
Oh,
of
no. Not like that.
alive.
Not like that.
So is Leaf to answer right back.
They're giving all the fights. They thought there's maybe enough damage done. A little antsy there, and G2 come out on top. Apoth, healthy. Still, though, low armor on this buy. And it's going to be the slow work from G2 as they clear everything. They know Apoth could be one with a wild lurk, that spot you're not expecting. So they're using everything just to get a bit of ground here or make sure they can displace Apoth and find out where he is immediately.
He's jiggling and watching.
Yeah.
Nana Storm being thrown. He knows there's at least a cage in. There's that first
5.
one at 5 HP left.
Bombs
though.
come in.
Again, still has an idea, especially with the revolving door being hit on the A side.
Man, the
That
turret's
Leaf
going to
was
be
there with his
deadly.
teammate.
30 seconds left.
Now off the plant, Apot does have a cage to work with if he wants to block vision and try to move down. But decides to move down silently.
That turret could be his demise.
Unfortunately, he's not going to.
He's on the good side.
He's looking away
He's
here.
good.
He's trying to get behind as he's lurking up right now.
He would
the
have to
turret.
kill it to flank him, though.
It's not even looking towards tree.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And that
gun?
the gun is not even sticking out here. That was so close as Leaf walks behind, but he lost the wrong way. Leaf will still get
Very
around
close.
and put G2
Okay.
on that point.
4.
LMS
4 chances
still
to end this
got
one.
it. Leaf comes up
Ah,
again
man.
with a very big
Is this going to look as bad as I think in the replay?
That would have been 1,900. Like I said, practically nobody had money in the bank that round. Valen had maybe 3K, everybody else on 700, so on 1,900, that's not going to get you much. They keep the cash, they keep the cash flow, the momentum, and Leaf keeps clutching. What a runaround.
Yeah, they kind of just carried on going.
Mouse at the end there. And now
Yeah, dude, I rarely see Potter rage, but
Lotus here. The Omen ults are up. If they can get on the site, Jonah P can quickly put the Viper's pit down.
pretty worthy of it.
And it's just, again, G2 a little slower, but we get the same strat. You have your lurk by Leaf and A control as they move up ever so slowly.
And EG wants to play the distance. They only have Guardians really to work with. 4 of them. 1 Bulldog for Apoth.
1 more kill, or 1 orb for Fatal.
Tight line of sights. Shot a little bit
Dude,
too
I've
early
never
on that
seen
haunt, so he
a
does
game
get bit of
where
info, but
Fade
it's
Eyes get
gone
this
thrown
much,
out by Derek.
like this many scans off.
Jogamo out towards the A site to try to
It's like there's a bug on the server. Even with the 1v2, it
Paranoia
surprised me,
forced
right?
the
With the
fallback.
1v2 from the first half, where no one shot it.
Repositions with Jogamo.
Good find. Clearing a lot of info.
Got.
Oh, Superman though.
Now we commit. Nightfall on the attack. Jogamo at half health.
It
as
happened
he's hit by
again.
that, even the haunt, and that's going to make it a little bit easier until I see that. Jogamo gets the pick, but there you go. G2 stops the opportunity of EG to turn around over.
They silent enough the Fade Eye or something, and it pops later, and everyone's missing the timing. What's going on?
Rendering things a lot more difficult now for Evil Geniuses. They hear the drop, the wall comes down, Nature connects onto Leaf. Upgrades now into a Vandal. Both players on both teams virtually at the same health. Apod trying to walk in,
What a
Decay
nightmare.
now by the pit, avoids the first snake bite. Sprays across to try to get a timing. As he swings in, there's that first
Yeah,
kill.
there we go. Very nicely done for G2. They could have ended this a little bit earlier, I think so.
G2 with the first map under their belt.
Someone get in the server. Bro,
Crazy
I've never seen
rounds
so many
across
pro
these
players
teams
do
as
it. It
well
can't
to
be a
make sure
coincidence.
they were able to get the dub.
Where is
EG
my,
started off with a
there we go.
huge frag from Derek, going down to a 1v1. Then we had the